Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. Welcome to another weekend reading vlog. It's a beach day today. It's Friday, July 18th, and I have not yet gone to the beach this summer. So I am headed about an hour and a half away to go to the beach and just hang out for a couple hours by myself with my toes in the sand. I can't wait. I need to stop and get gas first and a fun drink, but I am gonna spend a few hours at the beach. I'm not an all-day beach person, so it's only 8 a.m. right now, and I'll probably stay there. Well, if I get there around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'll probably stay till about 1 or 2, and then I'm hoping to go get my toenails done because I have a beach retreat next week. So I'm gonna get my gel taken off and just leave my nails free for a few days, and then I'll probably paint them next week before I go. I'm just gonna get the gel taken off and get my toenails done so that my toes are beach ready as well. They're not beach ready right now, but it's just myself, so I don't care. And I will be listening on my drive to What the River Knows. This is gonna be my last catch-up-a-thon book. We just have a couple days left. I think I have 9 hours left in the audiobook, so between today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'll definitely be able to get that done. I did just throw in the friend zone in case I want a physical book to read on the beach. If my headphones die or whatever, they're not working, I just threw in kind of a light-hearted book to read on the beach, and one that is not new or anything like that. I didn't want a nicer book to come with me, but it's a book that I'd like to read at some point. It's just not on any TBR radar right now. But I just grabbed it just in case I want something physical to read on the beach or while I'm getting my nails done. So let's hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. All right, let's go to the beach. All right, I have just been sitting in my car for a few minutes cooling down. Just got done at the beach. It is 1:45. I'm gonna head to go get some ice cream, and then I'm gonna go get my nails done. And then I will head back home. On the way here, I listened to the Bible because I'm a couple days behind on my 90-day Bible reading challenge. I'm a couple days behind, so I got a little bit caught up. I'm still on yesterday, so I need to do yesterday and today. I'll probably listen some more on the way home. And then I did listen to What the River Knows a little bit, but that is not exactly a beach read. So then I did read The Friend Zone on the Beach, and look at, ready? I folded, I dog-eared the page. I didn't bring a bookmark with me, but I made it 66 pages into The Friend Zone. It's cute. This was definitely more of a beach read than What the River Knows would have been. So yeah, it was nice. It was a hot day. I alternate going into the water for a little bit, just kind of floating. I have a boogie board, which the waves at this beach are very mellow. So it's not like I'm riding the waves. I'm just floating in the water on the boogie board. And then I would come in and dry off and read for a bit, and then repeat ad nauseum until I'm ready to go. It's nice they have a little bathhouse right here, so I changed all the way out of my bathing suit. I don't have to drive home in a wet bathing suit. And yeah, now I'm ready to go. I look a little windblown, a little salty, and I do have a little bit of color. I put 50 on this morning, or when I first got here, and then I reapplied with a 30, but I definitely did get a little bit, I don't know if I have a line. Oh yeah, I definitely got a little bit of color, but hopefully it's not going to be a burn. I don't know how well I did my back. I had to ask somebody to help me with my back. The joys of being alone when you come to the beach. Gotta ask people for help. All right, I will check in later and let you know how the reading is going and whatever else I get up to. Hello, happy Saturday. It is 8:22. I have been up for a while. Already had a shower because I didn't end up showering after getting home from the beach last night. I just was too tired, had a nice chat with some of my patrons and just relaxed for the evening. But now I have a lot that I need to get done around the house today, a lot of computer stuff, a couple errands to run. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with some timer cleaning, which if you've been around for any length of time, you know that I set a timer for usually about 15 minutes and work concentrated in one area. So I'm going to alternate 15 minutes of cleaning with 15 minutes of working on my computer. I would like to get my email inbox down quite a bit. I would like to answer a bunch of comments today. I have editing to do, just a lot of different computer things I need to do. So I'm going to go back and forth and back and forth. While cleaning, I'm going to continue to listen to What the River Knows. I have about 6 hours left on the audio. I got a bunch of it read yesterday, which is great. So I'm going to listen to that, as well as listening to my Bible reading. I am not quite caught up yet, but I did get closer to being caught up yesterday. So sorry I didn't hop back on last night, but we are here today ready to get some stuff done. I've already started a little bit in my bedroom, so I'm going to start my first 15 minutes in there and see what I can get going, get some laundry going, all that jazz. It's just a typical Saturday around here, but I'm also hoping to go to Second and Charles. I'm going to clear out a bunch of my Pango books. Some of them have been sitting there for quite a while and haven't been not a lot of interest in them. So I'm going to clear out some of those and take a trip to Second and Charles because I do have a coupon because it's my birthday month. So I have like 25% off, I think. So if I can combine that with some store credit, then that would be amazing. And I haven't been there in a number of months, so it might be kind of a fun thing to do today. I was going to try to take a load to the thrift store as well, but I don't believe that they are open today. I have to double check. It's every other weekend that they're open, and I'm not sure if this is a weekend or not. So some errands, some fun, some cleaning. Let's get going. All right, this is where my Pango books live. I've got 3 shelves full. So I need to go on Pango and look and see what's been there the longest, but I'm going to try to just fill up one bag of books and just take off things that have been there for a minute. So I'm just going to do one bag though, and we will go from there. Okay, I filled my bag. Also had a couple board books that I need to get rid of. I have a bunch of things that need to get returned to some stores, and let me show you what my shelves now look like. All right, so on the bottom, I have my adults and YA, and then up here I have middle grade, and then those 2 are empty. So they are looking a little sparse. Looks like I need to do another unhaul soon. It's now 10:20. And my second load of laundry is in the washer. I did 15 minutes of cleaning in my bedroom. I just finished doing all the dishes. I've organized things that are going to different places. I've filled up 2 bags for the thrift store. And I sat down and answered comments for 15 minutes. I'm going to sit down and do an email clean out for 15 minutes, see how far I can get. Oh, and I also called the thrift store. They are open today, so I can bring that. So I have returns to make, thrift store things to take, and then I am going to go to Second and Charles and bring some books. I also have a bag for Little Free Libraries, which I will save because I think in August I would like to do another Little Free Library tour. So I'm going to save those books. They're like ARCs or some kids books or just some different things. And whatever I don't sell back at Second and Charles, I can also add to my Little Free Library bags as well. And I think I have a bag in my car already, but that's for another day. I am now going to answer emails for a little bit and then get changed and kind of dressed and ready for the day, and then head out to run all my errands. I have to go to the post office. Like, there's just a lot of things that need to get done out of the house. I'll probably be gone for a couple of hours, but hopefully get everything done that I'd like to. I'm pretty pleased with the progress I've made at home. More things to do, but I've had a good morning of getting stuff done, so I feel good about that. And I haven't started listening to any books. I did read another 10 minutes in Women of the Word. I've been slacking on reading my nonfiction every day. That's something that I did during my challenge at the beginning of the year, and I've kind of been very sporadic with it, and I'd like to bring that back. I have 3 nonfiction I'm currently in the middle of, and so I would like to just make some progress and finish these up. So I'm more than 50% through of this one. This is a Bible study book, and it's really good, very practical, one that I can see myself revisiting as I work on being a better Bible scholar. That's the only book reading I've done, but I also have been listening to the Bible. I am in chapter 25 of Proverbs. So I'm almost done with Proverbs, and to get caught up by the end of today, I need to read all of Ecclesiastes and 8 chapters of Song of Solomon. So I have quite a bit of Bible reading to do today too, but I can do that while I'm driving around, and I'm listening to it at the moment, which I'm really enjoying. So I just got a little bit behind. So I'm nearly caught up. and I will be caught up before the end of the day. That's the goal. All right, let's go do some emails and then get ready for errands. Yay. I just want to say that was a very productive 15 minutes with my email. A lot of it was just junk that I could just delete, but I did respond to a few things and cleared out a few things and took care of a few things. And now I'm down to 43. I was up over 100 with 30 unread. And now I'm down to 43. I would like to get under 25 by the end of the weekend. So I have I'll have to sit down for another 15 minutes a little bit later, but now I'm going to get up and get ready for the day and switch my laundry and head out to do all the errands, all the things. All right, so I have gone to the post office. I dropped off some stuff at a thrift store, and I just dropped off books at Second and Charles. They didn't take nearly as many as they normally do. Right off the bat, he nixed a whole bunch of them. So that's fine. I have a lot more to put into Little Free Libraries. Even my whole bag of DVDs, they usually take them, and he said that they're just overloaded with them right now, and so they're not taking DVDs. But not every Second and Charles is created equal. I can just keep them in my car and try the other one. It's on the other side of town. I'm not sure when I'll do that, but I did go ahead and use my birthday 25% off coupon that I got, and I don't know yet how much they're gonna give me in store credit for the books that I left there. The guy did not have very good customer service. He didn't even look at me in the eye once. Didn't give me a time frame. He's like, it could be by the end of the day, but probably tomorrow. I'm like, I don't have that much stuff, and it doesn't look like you're backed up. Usually they're done in an hour or two. I would not be surprised if I get a text in an hour or two that they're done. But I looked around for a little bit and did pick up two things. So I grabbed The Christmas Appeal by Janice Hallett. It was only $10. So this is kind of a sequel or companion to The Appeal, which is my favorite Janice Hallett so far. And I'm really excited that I found it there on sale. And then another one that I've already read, but I think I would like to own this series, is When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer. This is the first book in the Timeless series by her. This was only $4.95. So I had 25% off. That was what, $15? It was only 11 something when it all was said and done. So not too bad. 2 books for $11. One of them I've already read, so I'm not adding to my TBR. And then this Christmas one is teeny tiny. So this will be a fun December read. So I'm excited about that. I decided I'm not going to go to Marshalls and Marshalls and Ross to make my returns. Number one, because I don't know what I did with my Marshalls receipt. I've got to find that. It's at home somewhere. So I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm going to head home. I was going to grab lunch while I'm out. It's 12:22, but I think I'm just going to go home and eat at home, save myself a little bit of money, and I've got stuff at home to make. So I'm just going to head back home. I got some of the errands done, not everything, but I'm pleased with what I did get done. So I will just have to come back to Second Charles after work. If I come home a long way, I can come home this way and get my store credit figured out either Monday or Tuesday. So kind of a bummer. I would have liked to look for more books. I haven't been there in a while, so it was kind of fun to look around a little bit, but it's loud in there. It's not my favorite place to shop, to be honest, but I got to use up that store credit, and these were good deals that I found today, so I'm pretty pleased about that. All right, it is hot in my car. I need to go blast the air again. I had to turn it down so that you could hear me when I'm talking to you, and I will check in later when I get home. All right, friends, I'm wearing old glasses today because I had a bit of an allergy attack this afternoon and had to lay down and put a cold washcloth on my eyes because they were getting a little puffy, but I have no idea where I put my glasses. They're in my house somewhere and I cannot find them. Irritating. But I've had a really good afternoon. I folded and put away all 3 loads of laundry that I did today. I made one of my HelloFresh meals and I have leftovers now for tomorrow, which is great. I finished just now What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. I really enjoyed this magical historical fiction, ancient Egypt. Right at the beginning of the book, Inez gets word that her parents have died and she has to go to her uncle in Egypt in order to get her inheritance or whatever. When she gets there, she gets involved with his archaeological stuff, and she's determined to go to find out what actually happened to her parents. very mysterious. It kind of dragged out a little bit. It could have been a little bit shorter, but I was invested. I was enjoying the story, except that it kind of ended without a lot of closure. Definitely cliffhanger ending. Definitely leaves me with a lot of questions. And I suppose that's good because it makes you want to pick up the next book right away, but I don't have the next book. And I have other things I need to read. So I'm really bummed that this ended on such a cliffhanger. That irritates me. But there's a bit of a romance, a will they, won't they kind of a romance in here. I loved the ancient artifact seeking and the hunt for Cleopatra's tomb and all of that. There's some betrayals, some new friendships. There's a lot of mistrusting everybody. It was really good. I did enjoy it. I probably will give it 3.5, 4 stars. And eventually I will read the sequel. I think it's just a duology. But right now I need to go. My eyes are I feel fine. But my eyes are so puffy and watery, and I'm not sure why. I was cleaning a little bit today, obviously. I must have gotten into more dust than I thought because I am very congested right now, and my eyes are so puffy. That's no fun. But yay for finishing a book this weekend. So I am now on sprints with Sarah for A Torch Against the Night. So if you could hear something in the background, I actually found a torch ambient noise room for us to put on. It's not exactly a room. It's literally a black screen with a torch on fire. Perfect for A Torch Against the Night. So I am going to start this in print, but right now I'm going to get up and do another walkthrough and see if I can find my glasses. What on earth? I don't know where they are. I might have to switch to I have another pair of older glasses that I think don't hurt my eyes like these ones. These ones make me work for the progressives. I don't know. I can't see as well through these ones anymore. I will hop on later and let you know how far I get in A Torch Against the Night, or if I decide to read something else. Who knows? I do need to edit a little bit tonight as well during sprints, so we'll see. And it's thundering outside. I don't know if you could hear that. Probably not. That wasn't very loud, but we're having another thunderstorm every single day this month. Crazy. All right, I will check in later. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is 7 o'clock. And I'm about to go for a walk because I did not do any exercise yesterday and I can feel it. I need to just move my body. So I'm just going to go for a walk, probably about 1.5 to 2 miles, not very long. Just have a little route around my neighborhood that I do. So I'm going to go do that. I decided last night, kind of on a whim, after I finished What the River Knows, I thought that was going to be my last catch-up-a-thon book, but I decided to go ahead and read Invisible Hour, which was the one from my try chapter tag that I was the most interested in reading. And it's pretty short. So I'm like, I can squeeze that in. One more book squeezed in off of my book of the month shelves. I'm already about halfway through. I don't know what percent exactly. I had heard from a lot of people in the comments of that try chapter tag that many of you loved The Invisible Hour. Some of you didn't. And I knew that it was going to kind of change gears halfway through, that there was going to be something different about it. And I've reached that point, but I'm enjoying it so far. I liked the kind of escape from the cult situation in the first half and the after effects of that. And I'm curious to see how this second half of the book is going to play into that, if it will. So it's just very different now. And I don't want to say what's different about it because I feel like it gives it away. I'm going to listen to that while I am walking, and then I just have church, and I have my book club today after church with a couple of my friends from church. We're going to a restaurant and talking about the books that we read for June and July because we didn't meet in June. And we have 2 girls that we're going to bring in to the group as well, but they can't come this month. So it will be 5 of us soon, but right now it's just 3 of us. So it's a nice small little book club, but it's different because we don't all read the same book. We pick a prompt, kind of like a readathon prompt or a challenge prompt. We pick a prompt for each month and read from that. So June was a book dealing with time, and July was one of the oldest books on your TBR. So I have the Timeless series book that I read for a lifetime in June. And then I also read The Haunting of Maddie Clare in June, which is one of the oldest books on my TBR. I don't know if it's the oldest, but I've had it for many, many years. So those are the 2 specifically that I'll talk about, but we'll just share about any other good things that we've read as well. And that'll be a good time. But yeah, I'm ready to go walk for a little bit. I've been listening to invisible hour for probably about an hour. I woke up, my alarm goes off every day at 5:30, but on days that I don't have to wake up, I just either fall back asleep or lay in bed listening to a book or whatever, just kind of taking it slow. But it's only 7 o'clock, so I don't have church until 11. I have got time to kind of chill this morning, which is nice. So here we go. Let's go for a walk. All right, good morning. Here's my church outfit today. Holy jeans and a new shirt. I love this shirt. It's like the blue and white. It's so cute. And it's longer sleeves, but it's very flowy and light because my church often has problems with the air conditioning. And I did curl my hair again today. Looking cute. Wouldn't be sad if a tall single man who loves Jesus comes to church today. I did finish the Invisible Hour as well, and I will talk to you about that later, but it's time to go to church. All right, I am home from church and lunch with the girls who I am in a little unbook club with. We call it an unbook club because we don't read the same book together. We read whatever we want. Our prompts, I think I said already, our prompts were a book about time for June, and July was an old book on your shelves that's been there a long time. For August, we chose today, we're going to do a book that is lighthearted, happy, feel good, bonus points if it makes you laugh. I'm excited about that. One of my friends, Annie, has just been reading a lot of really heavy books, and she's like, I just need something light and fun. I'm like, all right, let's do it. That sounds like a good prompt for August. Instead of doing summery, beachy type reads, same idea, just lighthearted, fun, makes you laugh type of a read. So I have to look and see what I've got that could fit the bill, but I'm sure I can find something. I was telling them about Mrs. Polifax, and I'm like, that's the kind of mystery that I like. Vera Wong, Finley Donovan, Mrs. Polifax, all of those are in that lighthearted, fun, make you laugh out loud moments. So gave them some ideas. But I also, this morning, finished the Invisible Hour. I started this during sprints last night. During the last sprint, I didn't even read it for much of the sprints, but I did read while I was getting ready for bed and everything. But I finished it this morning, and it definitely does switch gears halfway through. And I don't remember if the description talks about that. Yeah, I feel like the description does give it away. I'm not going to read the description to you guys because I do think it was fun to just be along for the ride. I'm thankful that I knew it was going to switch halfway, so I was prepared for it. But also, I was just along for the ride, and I was willing to go wherever this book was going to bring me. And I ended up really liking it. It definitely hasn't become a new favorite of all time, but I was along for the ride. It was about this girl, Mia. Does start out with the culty vibes, like I talked about in my first chapter. She escapes from a cult when she's quite young and goes to the library in town, which I just love. She finds people who kind of help her along the way. We also learn a little bit in that first little part of the book about her mother and how they ended up at the community to begin with. But the leader of the community, he is a scary dude and not cool. But I love how Mia discovers books, and that is ultimately what gave her the courage to escape and to make a way for herself. Like, to have the bravery to do that is because of books, and in particular Nathaniel Hawthorne and The Scarlet Letter, which is her favorite book. When the leader of the cult discovers her books, he makes her burn them. Like, they burn all of these books that she had taken from the library, except for The Scarlet Letter, because she had kept that hidden somewhere else. And that's her favorite book. And she kind of falls in love in a way with Nathaniel Hawthorne and his words, and that connection is what is continued into the second part of the book. So very different from from what I was expecting, I guess, but also I enjoyed it. So I'm giving this one 3.5, 4 stars, probably 4 stars, because I just always give books 4 stars. But that's one more book of the month off my shelf. So I finished 5 for Catch-Up-a-thon and have one that I'm unhauling from my try chapter. So 6 books completely off of my shelves, which I'm very happy about. So this afternoon, it's 2 o'clock right now. I'm going to film my August TBR and my goals check-in because I still haven't done that and I've really been wanting to. I actually haven't looked at my goals yet to see what I can add and fill in. So I'll probably do that almost live, like do it as I'm filming, or just before I film. I'll probably sit down and do it just before. I need to print out some new book covers for some of the pages, figure out which challenges I need to work on and all that. I'm excited for my August TBR. I'm doing that a little bit differently. And then at 3, I'm meeting with Amanda to work on virtual reading retreat stuff. And then I have sprints tonight for Catch-Up-a-thon. So it should be a good day. So I'm going to get my filming done first while I still have my church shirt on. And yeah, get a little relaxing in today too, hopefully. We'll see. Hello, friends. It is 9:30 and I am on sprints with Amy and Destiny for our final night of Catch-Up-a-thon. And I think I'm just going to wrap up this vlog because I'm tired and I want to get all the clips together so that when I get to nap time tomorrow, I can just edit quickly, hopefully, and get it posted. But I have had a really decent afternoon. I took all my trash out and my recycling, and it took 2 trips because I had so much stuff. And I made a HelloFresh meal that I had to make, which was just chicken and broccoli, pretty simple, and some garlic bread. It was delicious, but very simple meal. And I didn't read a single thing since this morning when I finished Invisible Hour, but I read that for a couple hours this morning and got that finished, which is awesome. So that book I finished today, Invisible Hour, I really liked it. I finished What the River Knows on Saturday. Just wrap some things up for me, please. I need that closure. And I read about 100 pages of The Friend Zone while I was at the beach on Friday. So I got a decent amount of stuff read this weekend. Also feel really happy about the things I got done around the house and on my computer. My email inbox is down to 13, friends, from 100, whatever it was when I started. I got almost caught up with comments, but then I posted another video, so I have a lot more now. But that's just a constant thing that I'm working on, which is fine. And yeah, overall, I feel like it was a really good weekend. Having a lot of fun on sprints tonight. We're chatting about books, but we're also doing some superlatives or awards for the books that we read during Catch-Up-a-thon to keep up with our movie theme that we're having this time around. It's just always really good. I love it. All in all, I finished 5 books off of my book of the month shelf, and I have 1 book that I am unhauling after doing the try chapter. So 6 books are leaving my book of the month shelf. Success, I think. That is very good. It's about what I do every time for Catch-Up-a-thon. So I'm pleased that I added that last minute book of The Invisible Hour this weekend. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day watching with me and hanging out. I would love to chat with you down in the comments about anything you saw in this video or anything that you would like to talk about. And if you made it to the end, but you don't really have anything to add in the comments, go ahead and put that wave emoji. Isn't there like an emoji with an ocean wave to represent my time at the beach on Friday? And that's going to be it for me today. I look forward to chatting with you in another video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.